Here we are. We are ready to put on some finishing touches on our slippers. We finished the heel shaping in the previous video here. Now we are ready for this part. Okay, so we want to pick up the stitches around the edge, and then we will knit, purl, knit, and cast off. We will use only purple. Leave a long tail. You're going to follow the stitches that you have and pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the next needle. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, next needle, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, next needle, 28, 29, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. Okay, now we're going to use these 34 to knit all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 'All right, we went one time around. Now we're going to purl 1 round. Remember, purl, you keep your yarn in the front and you knit from the back. Make sure to purl all the way around across all 4 needles. Now we're going to knit 2 times around and then cast off. Okay, 1 more time around and then we cast off. And now we cast off all the way around. You know that there are different ways of casting off. For this project, we want to use this approach. Where you knit 2 stitches and then 1 jumps over the second, knit 1 more, 1 jumps over the second, and you keep going all the way around like that. It makes a nice, even, beautiful chain, but also a very loose open edge so that it's easy and comfortable to slip in your foot when you wear these slippers. Okay, we're almost at the end. This last stitch, I'm going to go through the first one and pull up a stitch and cast off, and then cast off again. Leave a long tail. And now we are ready to put the finishing touches on. We have the cuff, and we're ready now to turn things inside out and get a yarn sewing needle and put on the finishing touches. Here I have my yarn needle. I start from the toes, thread in this yellow, we want to weave it in so that we don't have this, you see how we had to skip across? That has to be woven in, and we will do that right now. From this side, we follow the shape of the stitch. And this is why it's okay to use very long tails when you are cutting things off, because they come in very handy when you need to weave things in for the finishing touches. Also, using real wool will allow you to felt in the ends. With the first wash with some soap and water, you're going to rub in these ends and they're going to felt into the slipper. That lets us avoid the knots that can make wearing these slippers uncomfortable. But if you have to tie a knot because you're using a synthetic type of yarn that's not going to felt in itself, that's okay. Just be careful to put them in a place where they're not going to make wearing uncomfortable. Almost there. A few more, because we carried our yarn from the beginning to the end. We don't have a lot to weave in. Now we're here. We want to follow the shape of our stitches. Remember, always. Always follow the shape of the stitch. See? I'm not going to make a thick knot. I'm only going to connect these two tails like this. And I'm going to weave one and then the other to the side of the slipper here. Okay, cut this off. See how these slippers almost have a shoe shape. And because we're using thicker wool yarn in two colors, they get some substance, some stiffness to them. They're thicker than a sock, definitely. Okay, trim this one off and then we go to the heel. We're almost done. Come here. One at a time. Again, remember you want to do this as flat as possible so that you don't have uncomfortable knots in corners of your slippers. Avoid knots, but if you have to tie one, make it flat and in a place where it's not going to bother you while you wear these. Okay, the last little tail. And you're ready to turn them inside out or the right side out and to put them on. Try them on. Wear them around the house or wrap them up if you're going to give them as a gift. Your lovely cozy wool slippers are done and ready to wear. Here is that pair.